Dr. Brian Kelly was the first one that came over, kind of recognized where it was going. He took it on stage with him, mentioned it to the doctors, said, you should buy these, put these in your practices, give them to children on their birthdays, special occasions like that. And doctors bought cases of them after he spoke. When he speaks in Europe, doctors over there ordered a case together to split between their practices. So you get the privilege of hearing the author read it live. Gracine, welcome to the stage. Story time.
All right, so this is the book, and being huge Dr. Seuss fans, our family reads Dr. Seuss since I've been little. And so fascinated by rhymes, I wanted to write it in a rhyming style because those are captivating books. And I can still remember Dr. Seuss books that we read way back, years later. So I wanted to create some sort of a rhyme so that it would help with memory as well. So here we go. It's called The Day I Got Sick, and the pictures are up on the screen for you. I woke up one morning feeling terribly blue. I had a cold in my head and did not know what to do. I tried eating ice. I tried drinking tea. I tried pickles and garlic and a wild mango seed. But still my poor head felt awfully bad. I thought maybe perhaps it's a disease that I have. So I went to the doctor on Beckingham Street. He examined my earlobes, my hands, and both feet. He looked at my hair and my shoulders and nose. He poked at my stomach, my back, and my toes. Then he looked in my eyes and he shook his head sadly. He said, I'm afraid, my dear boy, you are feeling quite badly. But you're not to worry. Oh, no, not at all. Just step out this door and run up the hall, and we'll have you fixed up in no time at all. So I did what he said, and I got to the desk, and she gave me a bottle that was labeled RX. She said, in this bottle are 10 little pills. Take one every morning to cure all your ills. When the bottle runs out, come in for some more. These little white pills can't be found in a store. I went right back home as fast as I could, and I swallowed a pill like she told me I should. The next thing I knew, my pain was all gone. I stood on my head and I sang a loud song. I was so happy at last I had found a way to keep sickness from coming around. But the next day, oh goodness, I sure felt much worse. It appeared my condition was completely reversed. I laid on my back and whimpered and whined. My eyes were like glass, they shimmered and shined. I stood on my feet and I almost collapsed. This was awful. Somehow I had got a relapse. Then I remembered the wonderful pills, those amazing white tablets that cure all your ills. I crawled to the cupboard and took out the drug, and I swallowed it down as I sat on the rug. Then wouldn't you know, just the same as before, my pain went away. I didn't hurt anymore. And I laughed and I danced and I smiled and I sang, hooray for the drug that relieves all my pain. For a while it worked fine. My pain went away. But soon it came back, and this time it stayed. I tried the white pills. I tried buttered toast and gingerbread fingers and oven-fried roast, but nothing I ate seemed to help my poor head. Besides, my back ached. I went back to bed. I stayed sick in bed for 6 days and 6 nights. I wondered, would I ever again feel all right? I decided that I would go straight away to the doctor on Beckingham Street the next day and see if perhaps he knew of a way to make me feel better or make me get well or at least make my symptoms go away for a spell. And it's just what he did. When I walked through the door, he said, those white pills, son, don't work anymore. What you need now is some kind of injection, something that will keep out all kinds of infection. He rolled up my sleeve, the needle went in, and now he announced, your sickness will end. With this vaccination, you'll be safe forever. Nothing will bother you now whatsoever. So I left, and I tell you, my arm was quite sore. But I reminded myself, no sickness, no more, and now I was safer than ever before. I am sad to report I got sick rather soon. I was walking at night underneath a full moon when I started to sneeze, quite lightly at first, but then more and more it got frightfully worse, and now I was in a most dreadful position. I went right away to my primary physician. The doctor smiled as he saw me walk in. Surgery, he said, it's the only way to win. The vaccine was the start, but I'm sure you can see just how valuable the right kind of surgery will be. Just sign on this form, we'll get everything running, and this time we'll surely stop sickness from coming. That's what he said, so I started to sign, but I stopped when I heard a small cough from behind. A lady in blue, had just opened the door. She was beckoning me. I walked across the floor. She said, "Go over there. That guy is great. He'll work on your bones. He'll make your spine straight. He'll adjust your neck, your shoulders and knees. Your body will heal so you don't have disease." So that's where I went, and I found it was true. In just a few days, I got over the flu. The chiropractor gave me some stay healthy tips. He adjusted my neck bone, my backbone, and hips. In no time at all, I was feeling quite right. I danced and I sang in the bright morning light. I know there are germs to be found everywhere. They live on the ground, they grow in the air. But they don't bother me. I get regular care. Now, if I break one of my bones when I fall off my bike or crash on my skateboard or slip on the ice, I'll go to the doctor. That's when drugs can be nice. But for usual checkups on regular days, I'll go to my chiropractor and stay healthy that way. And someday, perhaps, I'll maybe get sick. But I know what to do, so I'll get well real quick.